Hello gamers, how are you doing today? This is a very special video, especially for those who really want to improve your gameplay. Today I will explain a technique which is useful in every situation. It doesn't matter whether you are in a close range, mid-range or long-range fight. This technique works in every situation. But before explaining the technique, watch this intense clutch, because I have used it in this. I would like to call this technique fire, cover, and repeat. It is as simple as the name itself. I will explain. When you see an enemy, don't rush in open. Just fire a few bullets and come back to cover. Repeat this again and again. This may sound silly. Some of you may even think this is a very basic technique, but never underestimate it. As I said earlier, this technique works almost every time. Even if the opponent is too good, your chance of winning is very high using this technique. If the enemy is rushing you in open, never fire him continuously, because doing so, you will be exposing yourself to his teammates. Instead, use this fire, cover, and repeat technique. I have seen many players make this mistake of coming out of cover while seeing an enemy. Even if you are confident in your aim, this is a very bad habit, because you have no idea about how good the enemy is. Also, what if there is a teammate who is cover firing for him? He will definitely die. But using this technique, you can take on any enemy, even if his teammates are cover firing. As long as you are not completely exposed out of cover, no one can touch you. Now, let me explain how I use this technique in the clutch shown before. Here, two enemies are rushing me. I cannot run back into cover because the first enemy is already nearby. Also, I cannot go up as there is another one. So the only option is to fire him as fast as possible. The chance of winning completely depends on your aim. But for the second enemy, I can use this rock as cover to go up and down. This is where I use the technique. As you can see, I fired a few bullets and came back to cover. Again, fired and came back. Using this technique, I was able to knock him even with low health. The last enemy was having a shotgun. I think you know how powerful the M1014 shotgun is. It is one of the most dangerous close-range weapon in the game. So I didn't lose my cover completely until it was necessary. While fighting against a shotgun, focus more on your movement. Even if your aim is too good, you should make some extreme and weird movements. Otherwise, the enemy will get you in a single shot. Now I will show you one more example where I use this fire, cover, and repeat technique. But before that, make sure to like the video. Here I knew there is enemy in front of me, so I just did some random firing to provoke him. It worked, and he rushed me without reviving his teammate. But I didn't lose my cover. Just fired some bullets and came back to cover. Repeated it again and again. As you can see, the enemy stops firing when I get back to cover. That is the exact moment for you to fire again. Here actually, I was not expecting two enemies. But still, I was able to take them using this technique. It may sound like a simple technique, but it is very useful. With a little training, anyone can clutch pro squads like this. The main idea is not to panic and rush in open. Also, you can use this technique in mid-range and long-range fights. If you want, you can practice this drill to train the technique. But don't spend too much time in the training ground, because real players are entirely different from training targets. Play few TDM matches as warm-up before starting classics. Never camp in TDM. Play with full aggressiveness. Just rush on enemies and don't be afraid of dying. After all, TDMs don't affect your rank or statistics. Also, don't use shotguns or P90 in TDM. Training with powerful weapons won't help you improve. M4 is the best choice, because everyone will use M4 in classic match. Also, don't play too much safe game in classic matches. Try to take more fights. Without fighting against good enemies, you will never improve. So that's all for this video. If it was helpful, give a like. Also subscribe for more amazing videos like this in future.